Hi, thank you for watching Digging to China. I'm Dong Shang. If you have not done so already, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much. The 35-year-old curse has become a trending term on Chinese social media, illustrating the frustration many individuals feel due to career stagnation. People aged 35 and above encounter age discrimination, which hinders their ability to find a secure employment and can also impact their chances of getting married and starting a family. The question arises, why is China facing this phenomenon of the 35-year-old curse? Following the conclusion of COVID-19 lockdown measures in China, the public anticipated economic revival and a return to pre-pandemic normalcy. Nonetheless, the economic landscape has remained feeble for more than 6 months. Insufficient consumer demand, a sluggish real estate market, and the local government debt crisis are prevailing challenges. Meanwhile, the unemployment rate among young individuals has hit a 5-year peak. Official data from June this year revealed that as many as 21.8% of job seekers aged 16 to 24 were without employment opportunities. Additionally, the 35-year-old curse phenomenon in China's job market has garnered public attention. Numerous companies frequently impose an age limit of 35 or younger for prospective candidates, rendering 35 an ominous number that acts as an unseen barrier to their entry into the labor market. The precarious employment situation exacerbated the challenges for young people in China as they struggle to establish stable lives and start families. In a recent interview with Radio Free Asia, Emma, a 39-year-old young professional residing in China, expressed, "In the last decade, the internet industry on the mainland has witnessed rapid growth. However, it's also notorious for demanding excessive overtime, resulting in significant age discrimination against older workers. Even established companies like Huawei, which became financially strong around 10 years ago, would frequently lay off older employees during my early years of employment." Emma pointed out that since 2017 or 2018, China's economic growth has stalled, giving rise to the phenomenon known as the 35-year-old curse. During this period, age discrimination in the job market has become more evident, manifesting in subtle ways such as considering factors like marriage and parenthood. Working at a Chinese state-owned cultural institution, Mr. Chen, 34 years old, revealed his reluctance to leave his current job due to the fear of encountering age discrimination while seeking new opportunities. Despite not finding satisfaction in his current position, he chose to stay put. "I've considered changing jobs during my 5-year tenure, but 2 factors held me back," he said. Firstly, the job market became more challenging during the pandemic, making me hesitant to make a move, and secondly, as I approach 35, I worry about losing competitiveness. Companies seem to prefer hiring fresh graduates of those with minimal work experience. Many of my friends face similar predicament. According to Mr. Chen, reaching the age of 35 is a crucial milestone for those aspiring to become civil servants in China, as it marks the maximum age limit for taking the civil service exam and entering the government system. Beyond this age, individuals find their attractiveness in the job market diminishes rapidly. He elaborated, "Why is 35 so significant? Before this age, it offers the opportunity to take the civil service exam and secure a position within the government system. As employees, they may consider it a backup plan, thinking, if I can't continue in my current job, I can try becoming a civil servant, even though success is not guaranteed. However, once they pass the age of 35, this option vanishes and their value in the job market declines instantly." Companies are well aware of this, and they employ various tactics to reduce salary offers. I have friends who during interview at this age had their salaries cut in half directly. According to Mr. Chen's analysis of the cultural industry he works in, companies show a preference for hiring young and physically fit individuals, often neglecting the valuable experience of those in their 30s. He elaborated, "Our industry is currently in a labor-intensive stage, where the expertise and the managerial experience that mature talents over the age of 35 have acquired are not highly valued. Many tasks mainly require the accumulation of working hours to complete. Consequently, companies tend to favor young professionals who are new to the job market as they can dedicate more working hours." Mr. Chen highlighted that the lack of job stability has become a hindrance for people of his age to establish a family and a home. He elaborated, stating, "Unstable employment results in fluctuating income, which in turn affects one's long-term prospects. Consequently, getting married and starting a family take a backseat in their priorities." Ms. Wang, a 25-year-old student studying in Seattle, USA, revealed her concerns about age discrimination in China impacting her career prospects led her to pursue job opportunities in the United States. She explained, "Even at the age of 22, when I graduated from college, I had already heard numerous stories about age discrimination in China. In internet companies, for instance, there were instances of optimization, which meant layoffs for individuals over 35. Additionally, when I considered applying for civil service and government positions, some roles had strict age requirements, such as not exceeding 25 or 30 years old. As a woman, I felt that age discrimination was even more pronounced. To avoid being limited by such discrimination and to seek a healthier work environment, I made the decision to study and seek employment in the US." Ms. Wang believes that China's current economic weakness and inadequate labor laws have contributed to age discrimination in the job market. She points out that the country's oversupply of labor, particularly during the pandemic's economic slowdown, has led to reduced demand for workers. This imbalance results in employers showing a lack of respect for older workers and favoring younger individuals. Additionally, the insufficient labor laws in China make it challenging for employees to protect their rights, leaving them with little resources when facing discrimination and further fostering the culture of age discrimination. Mr. Ge, a 37-year-old who works in Hangzhou, Zhejiang, revealed that he encountered significant difficulties during his job search in 2021 after being laid off due to his age. He stated, "Towards the end of 2021, I experienced a period of unemployment which coincided with the start of COVID-19 lockdown measures. While seeking a new job opportunities, I faced two major challenges. Firstly, HR considered my age as a disadvantage, explicitly stating that I was older than preferred for the job market. Secondly, HR didn't hesitate to inquire about my financial situation, whether I had a mortgage, and how my family circumstances might impact my dedication to work." According to Mr. Ge, the pandemic has led to a shift away from offline recruitment in Chinese companies, but the proliferation of misleading information on online job platforms has made job searching even more difficult. He shared, "During my job search, I encountered numerous job postings that had been advertised for 2 or 3 years, only to find out they were fraudulent. These online platforms prioritize profits and lacked manpower and resources to tackle fake job postings and recruitment scams. This lack of social integrity poses significant challenges in the job market." On the whole, young individuals aged 35 usually possess more work experience. However, why do Chinese companies show a preference for hiring fresh graduates instead? Huahaifeng, an investigator from the Chinese Labor Observation Organization, shed light on the matter. He explained that Chinese companies favor recent graduates due to their willingness to accept lower salaries and because they are easier to manage. Huahaifeng cited China's extensive manufacturing industry as an example to explain that many individuals aged 35 and above are already married and have higher salary expectations and living standards. He mentioned, "These older candidates may have salary demands that cannot be accommodated, while younger individuals are easier to manage due to their limited social experience. As a result, the manufacturing industry tends to prefer hiring younger people for regular positions." Huahaifeng also mentioned that the rise of the 35-year-old curse phenomenon is linked to the current economic downturn in China. He noted, while there were some issues in previous years, they were not as noticeable as they are now. In the past, there were more job opportunities and a greater demand for labor, which led companies to have less stringent hiring criteria. However, in recent years, there has been a scarcity of job positions, making this situation increasingly apparent. Independent economist Qin Weiping also addressed the 35-year-old curse issue in China's workplace. He emphasized that after reaching the age of 35, many individuals prioritize stability in their careers and seek a more secure income to support their families. However, for Chinese companies, hiring such individuals would lead to increased operating costs. Qin explained that companies tend to openly, semi-openly, or implicitly prefer candidates below the age of 35 to reduce operational expenses. Additionally, younger individuals below 35 are perceived as easier to manage since they may lack extensive social experience and could be more susceptible to being compelled to work overtime by the company. If you are 35, you are too old to find a job in China. A sad fact. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment and subscribe to my channel. Just click the subscribe button right here. I'll see you again shortly. Until then, be well.